Would you carry your laptop in a sling? Because this one's 10 liters, it holds a 14-inch laptop, and it might actually work for daily work carry. So this is the tomtoc UrbanEX-T30. It's pretty cool so far. I've got it sent over to me from Tomtoc for review. I've been using it for several weeks, back and forth to the office mainly, and let's take a closer look at this bag. Let's start with materials and specs. So the capacity of this is 10 liters. The exterior is a 400D rPET recycled polyester ripstop material. It's splash resistant according to Tomtoc. The zippers are all YKK. The hardware is all Duraflex. The dimensions of this are 15.55 inches high by 10, a little over 10, so 10.04 inches long, and then 5.91 inches deep. So weight empty is about 557 grams or 1.23 pounds. The laptop compartment of this is 12.9 inches by 9.3 inches by about 6.1 or 0.61 inches. So it fits a 13 to 14 inch MacBook Air Pro, fits my work laptop, no problem. I'll show you when we get in there, but there's a pocket in front of that for a tablet up to an 11-inch iPad Pro or Air. The shoulder strap is 26 to 48 inches. Let's walk through the exterior features of this bag. And it's a pretty small bag. I've got it completely stuffed out, maybe a little bit more space in here because I want to show you how it can work for me as basically a daily work carry bag or a very minimal office carry bag. But there is this ripstop material on the front. So it's got the obvious ripstop pattern to it. It feels nice, no crinkle to it. Just overall a good feeling material. I do like the low-key version of their logo that they've been putting on bags now. You've got a pretty generous grab handle here, so it's nice and wide. It's just really some webbing doubled over, gets the job done. I mean, it's a small bag, you don't need anything crazy for a grab handle. The zippers again are all YKK. You've got some paracord, basically it looks like micro cord woven through the pulls, and then some heat shrink tubing on them. That's what you see all the way around this, and then you've got this like black and white pattern. So pretty cool, easy to see. You've got some counter pulls on the other sides of the zippers, same look to them, but that's more like 550 paracord, a little bit bigger. You've got them there. You've got a little bit of a loop right there. We'll get into why that's there in a second. But exterior wise, you've got a main kind of half zip pocket right here to get into the bag. You've got a front access pocket on the side here, another one on the side right here, and then kind of a hidden rear pocket, which is pretty spacious right there. And we'll get into all the openings of those in a minute, but the strap you'll see is pretty wide and it's comfortable. So it's right in the middle of the back side of the bag. And then you've got basically a hardware swivel hook on there. So you don't have to worry about it getting wrapped up because it does swivel freely. That can connect to either side loop. You got a loop on both sides, so this can be ambidextrous the way it's laid out. And then the strap itself is actually pretty comfortable. It's a nice wide strap, wider than I would typically expect to see in a sling, but with the capacity of this, you definitely want a little bit wider sling or strap, because based on how I have it loaded out right now, and let's see, just for reference purposes really quick. So it's 11.9, so it's 12 pounds. I got 12 pounds in here, which on one shoulder, 12 pounds, I mean, you're gonna start to feel it on one shoulder if you don't have a good strap. So this does have a nice thick strap to it. You've got some good padding in here. It feels like a very soft mesh and then some type of stiffer foam towards the top, so you get some rigidity. This feels stiffer, whereas this feels nice and soft. The strap itself is pretty cool. You got a daisy chain of webbing right here. You've got this quick adjust mechanism, so you can just yank this up and pull the strap. Built-in strap management. This locks it down. If you want to release it, it's really nice. One fluid motion, you just kind of pull that and it releases to loosen it up for you if you need to get it off quick. So pretty cool strap setup. The back itself, you've got, it's kind of stood off right here. You got the pocket hidden behind there. This feels very soft. So you got, I don't know, maybe like a 1/4 inch piece of foam in there, back there. This is all like a solid piece of foam and it feels nice. You got another little loop down here. So if you want to put like a bike light on there, if you were, you know, a commuter or a rider, You've got that down there. Then on the other side, the opposite side of this access pocket on the side, which I will note the way these are laid out with the access pockets on the side is that you always have on-body access. So if you're gonna, you can swing this around while wearing it, right? So if I wanna get in there while wearing it, I can sling it around, no problem. Probably whacking the mic, but really easy access to those pockets because of the layout. In addition to the handle, you got a couple extra loops on here. So it's kind of fat down there. And then you got some massive bar tacking, some stitching right there holding that in, and then a big loop here. So if you wanted to get this off of here, for instance, and put it more to the side so you're not as likely to bang your neck, you've got that option. This accessory right here is a hero clip, something I always carry on a bag in case I need to hang it up. The only thing then is you're gonna hang it up on an angle, or you have to switch it to there if you did want to hang it on something. But dual zippers on the main pocket. And then I think the last thing to cover is this side pocket. So you've got a side kind of water bottle style pocket, and it's got an expansion zipper. So if you're not using it, what I've got in there actually fits in there without the zipper expanded. And then you've got this bungee retention setup, which has kind of a cool locking mechanism that I haven't seen before. But I've got a Dalvik New York mini umbrella in there. I've been testing this out. They sent this to me. Super cool. I'm not someone that typically carries an umbrella everywhere, but at this size, I mean, why not? It's smaller than my hand almost, right? So I have gotten used to carrying that around, and it fits nicely in this pocket even without it expanded. But if you expand it, you got a little bit of mesh right here with some elastic at the top, and then you've got this bungee cord. And the way this works is it hooks onto, you can hook it on this loop. I've also used it to hook onto that loop, although the fatter one, it's kind of harder to get off of. But if you do have something you want to retain in here, you just kind of hook it onto here, and then you can pull that tight around whatever you're trying to retain, and then it just locks itself into position with that and then releases like that. So cinch it down, lock it in, and you can retain whatever you put in there. And water bottle wise, so this is a pretty small water bottle pocket. You're not gonna fit a big water bottle in there. I will tell you that the Owala free sip twist, it's like a tongue twister, does fit in there, but you're definitely gonna have to retain that. And it's not, I mean, the width wise is good, but it's just kind of ridiculously tall. And I don't think I want to walk around with a water bottle like that. And if you did, you're really gonna have to cinch that down. So like a regular, 16.9 ounce, the regular like plastic water bottles, those fit in there, no problem. Bigger water bottles, like some of the larger Yetis, pretty much anything wider than this Owala is not gonna fit. So, there's no way this Yeti's going in there, especially the way I have it loaded out. So just not gonna happen. That's it. Other than the branding on the front here, this little minimalist mark, you got another brand mark down here, same mark, but white on this little black tag. All of this though, I mean, it is like a meshy material, so you don't have airflow channels, but it does offer some breathability because it's like a meshy, although it's a very fine mesh. Not like a spacer mesh, which to me is a good thing, because spacer mesh, I think you do get a better cooling effect, but then it's also, it's prone to snagging and getting ripped, just not quite as robust. This feels very robust. I have to say, from a material and build perspective, this bag feels pretty solid to me, like it's gonna last. I think it's put together pretty well. Materials are good, and solid choices, I think, for this bag. All right, well, I still have it loaded up. I'm gonna throw this back on and show you how it wears, because obviously empty is gonna be different, but I mean, I've got quite a bit of weight in there for a 10-liter sling, or for a sling, just a one shoulder bag. So I can tighten that up. You got the strap management is kind of bound up a little bit, but got it tightened up, and you can see, I mean, it wears pretty comfortably. It is kind of weird to me to have that much weight potentially, and I wouldn't go too much heavier on this on one shoulder, but it's very carryable, and it gives you that ambidextrous capability with the setup for the strap, but then it's also got the on-body access. So, I think a key differentiator here is, instead of having to slide something off a shoulder on a backpack, for instance, try to get into a side pocket, I can just loosen this up on this one and get in on the fly. very easily to these side pockets. All right, let's open this up and take a look at the interior. All right, so we'll go pocket by pocket on this. I'll show you what I have in there for my work loadout. Again, my hero clip on the front, this side quick access pocket or the front pocket. I do have my Nightcore EDC29. That's been the light I've been using for work, as well as my Wave that I always have, my Wave Plus, and a Kydex clip and carry sheath. So these are standard work carry for me, and you've seen those in other videos if you've watched the channel. Then that's it. You also have a key leash in there. So if you do want to put keys, and this is one of those metal hooks, spring loaded, swivel, not a bad setup, key leash. On this side, in this pocket, I have my pocket pharmacy, which is always with me. And then I've got my AirPod Pros. So those are in there. Probably a little bit of extra space, but that pocket, you know, is about that deep. And so it goes to there. This one is a bigger pocket. So this whole front panel right here, where you see these seams, actually all the way up to here, I'm sorry. But this whole front panel where this sews in, that is all pocket. So that's actually a pretty sizable pocket, but you know, depending on how stuffed out you have the inside, could limit the capacity of that hair. And then in this pocket back here, you got a nice hidden pocket, good place for a passport or stuff like that. I've got a spare badge to the plant hidden back there. That is another pretty sizable pocket. So this whole back panel, and I don't know if you'll be able to see this well, but like, so probably up to about here, up to here, and then all the way down to the bottom. So my hand's going all the way down to the bottom. The opening is small, but it is actually a pretty sizable opening. Let's see, just to kind of give you some context. I mean, you can shove that whole umbrella in there. I wouldn't carry it like that, but how about the Shinzo Tamura sunglasses case? Yeah, fits in there. Again, not going to be comfortable to carry, but just to kind of give you a little bit of a demonstration of what you could fit in there. So then those are all the exterior pockets. And now we'll take a look at the interior, which is actually pretty roomy for a sling. So what I have in here right now is I have some coffee beans. I've got my side-by-side tech pouch that I've been using because it just fits in there nice and vertical and takes up very little space. My out and grinder. I've got my Puff and Packs typical daily DOP kit. And then this is what it looks like capacity-wise. So, I mean, you got a pretty good amount of space in there. This beautiful gray ripstop material on top. You got a tech compartment, tech setup on the back. Very like velvety material for that. I've got my 14-inch work laptop in there. And then my iPad Pro, which is currently in use. This is just the case. Fits no problem in this section. You can see it's gusseted a little bit with some elastic. And that's what it looks like. So this is, I can't really show you, but it's probably about 2 inches off the bottom. So this is a suspended laptop compartment. You got a false bottom on there. You're not gonna bang stuff off the ground, picking it up, putting it down. You've got another kind of clear, stretchy, I love these stretch mesh pockets like this. Pocket for organization in the front. I've got a spork, a couple Go Ruck koozies, nano bag, which probably actually makes sense in this one in case I have to expand capacity. This is a 19-liter nano bag. So I carry this one quite often. This is their Sling. And then I do have some cologne. And that's it. So that's everything I had in there. But that's enough. That's plenty for work carry on a daily basis. And I mean, if I really need to go bare bones, I don't have to go back and forth with coffee. I just like to. So, but that's what the inside looks like. That's what we're dealing with. All right, let's talk a minute about what I like and what I don't like about this bag. First and foremost, I do like the fact that it can carry a laptop. So since I could put my 14-inch laptop in there, my 16-inch MacBook Pro is not even going to come close to fitting. But since I could put my work laptop in there and even my iPad, this can be a work bag for me, no problem. Because that's really bare bones minimum. All I actually need probably on a daily basis to go back and forth that plant. But then on top of that, you've got some extra space. So laptop and tablet carries number one. Number two, I like the quick access. So if you're like a commuter or out and about and you need something that's going to offer you on-body access quickly, this is going to be it, because you can easily sling this around from the shoulder and get inside. And then third, and this is one that's becoming difficult to mention or not mention when you talk about tomtoc bags, and I think that's value. So materials and the hardware for the price, I think it's hard to beat. And tomtoc they generally do a pretty good job of providing excellent value at a very reasonable cost. Moving on to dislikes, I don't really have any major dislikes. I think there's some like fundamental design, just kind of things to know in advance. Like it has a lot of capacity, but the more you take advantage of it, the more weight you're putting on one shoulder. So obviously that's something to keep in mind. You have 10 liters, but depending on what you're gonna load in here, remember, it's going to be on one shoulder. So there's a limit to, I think, how comfortable that's going to be. With this load out 12 pounds, I could do that. You know, I think that would have been, I could do all day carry with that load out with the way this strap is set up. But if you have heavier devices or more weight to put in there, definitely something to think about. And then the other thing, and again, not a dislike or a deal breaker, just, I guess, maybe a small nitpick or gripe is we have 2 of these side pockets. I do, for work purposes, just wish maybe that we did have a top access, quick access pocket right here or somewhere built in, like maybe even right here with that extending into the bag itself, because this is great for on body, but then an off body in an office scenario, it would be nice to have a top access, quick access pocket. But I get it. That's not really, I don't think what this bag is designed for. I think this is really more so for people on the move. All right, let's talk about who this bag is for a minute and basically use case scenarios. And I think minimal commuters who want laptop capable office carry without a backpack, perfect. Someone who likes sling access but needs substantially more capacity than a typical 2 to 6 liter EDC sling, again, good choice. Or just bare bones office load, laptop, charger, tech, headphones, maybe a water bottle, and a few daily essentials. Great bag for that. And then lastly, and I think where it would really shine to me is travel or city use or anywhere quick access and a compact footprint really matter. And I think it's a little bit less compelling if you're going to regularly load it heavy or prefer a backpack once a laptop enters the equation. All right, so my verdict, and I would say the T30 is a really capable bag, especially if you want a minimal office carry setup without moving up to a backpack. You get legitimate laptop and tablet carry, good quick access, and solid materials and hardware for the price. For me though, this isn't going to earn a spot in my core carry, because at 10 liters, once I'm carrying a laptop and enough gear to really take advantage of that capacity, personally, I'd usually rather be carrying a backpack. But if you specifically want a larger sling that can handle a bare bones office load, then this bag, the T30, makes a ton of sense. Right now though, my heavy hauler sling choice, and I'm cheating a little bit here, but yeah, if you watched my core carry videos, then you know my heavy hauler sling choice is the Defy Recon mashup. So the deck was stacked against this one, and I'm also kind of cheating a little bit because that's technically not a sling. It's a messenger, but it's got that sling style strap on it. So, you know, just being realistic, this isn't going to replace that for me for heavy hauler type sling carry. But nonetheless, this is like a 10th of the price of that bag. Well, maybe not quite that much less, but a 5th of the price? Yeah, easily. And good value for the materials you're getting. So if the T30 sounds like the kind of carry you're looking for, I do have an affiliate link below. No pressure at all. Don't buy anything you don't need. But if you do decide to pick one up, I'd really appreciate it if you did use that link, because it doesn't cost you anything extra and it really helps support the channel. And let me know in the comments, would you carry your laptop in a sling? Or is that where you just grab a backpack? I'm Kevin. This is Pack and Roam. Thanks for watching. And as always, keep roaming.